Hey beautiful people, it's Christelle. So I'm just here to show you how I edit my photos. This is my first video, so please bear with me. I'm probably gonna sound lost 90% of the video, so bear with me. Thank you very much. Okay, so I already went ahead and duplicated my layer. So if you don't know how to do that, I'm just gonna just start over. Okay, so you're just gonna take the layer right here and you're gonna drag it down to that little folded paper icon, and that's how you duplicate your layer. Okay, so this is pretty much what the image looked like. I think the only thing I did was I brightened it up a little bit, and I think that's it. So this is Katya. She's gorgeous. So I'm just gonna use her as an example. So the second thing, because the first thing you do is duplicate your layer. Okay, the second thing you want to do is do a new adjustment layer. So you're just gonna go to layer, new adjustment layer, and you're gonna go to, I'm gonna start with selective color. Press OK. Okay, so right here you're gonna see all the colors. If you click on neutral or whatever color pops up, I'm gonna start with the greens. Okay, and I'm gonna play around with these. There's not really a formula or anything. You just have to move these around and see, like, it's only changing on green, so you can't really see a difference. But you just have to move them around and see like where it takes you, because her eyes have green in them and also the truck has green. So I'm just gonna go ahead and play around with the greens. I'm sorry. Okay, my screen just went nuts. Let's stop. Okay. There. Sorry about that. Okay. So I'm just gonna zoom out and I'm just gonna play around with the colors just to see where, I don't know, where I like it. I think, let me zoom in just a little bit because I still want to see her eyes. And that looks good. Okay, that looks good. That's fine. And then what I'm gonna do is do another layer. And this time I'm gonna do a curves layer. Press OK. For this one, I just want to add some contrast. So I'm just gonna lower it here and then I'm gonna bring it up a little bit. I think that's a little too much right here, and I don't want to make her too washed out or anything. I think that's good. Yeah, that's the thing about not using presets. You literally have to do everything step by step. That's the only thing. But I usually use presets on Lightroom because I don't have to go through this. I mean, I do have to do like minor adjustments, but nothing like this. Like this is like insane. It's not insane, but it's a little time consuming, which I don't mind because the image comes out, awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna do another layer. The reason why you do layers is because just in case like you mess up on one layer, you're not messing up the whole thing and you don't have to like start over if you mess up. So you could just delete the layer and just start over. So that's a good thing. I'm gonna do selective color again, but this time I'm gonna do neutrals. Let me see. Okay, so neutrals, and then I'm gonna add a little bit more contrast. So I'll bump up the blacks and magenta. I don't want magenta, too much magenta. I like yellow tones, but not too yellow because you don't want her to look like, you know, a Oompa Loompa or something. Because you don't want the skin to be like too orange, you don't want the skin to be too yellow, too pink, too whatever. I don't know. That's why I'm why did I touch that? That's why I'm redoing this, because I felt like her skin tone was like too pink. Because she's not pink, you know? Okay, I think that looks good. The next one is gonna be another layer. I'm thinking brightness and contrast. Just brighten her up a little bit. She looks a little dark. I think that looks good. It doesn't need contrast. I think it's too bright. Oh. Okay. I think that looks good. So this is before and this is the after. I think we're doing okay. And the next one, what am I doing next? I'm going to dodge her eyes. And for those who don't know what dodge is, it's this little image right here. This little, I don't know what it is. It looks like a lollipop. Not sure what it is, but this is your dodge tool and it makes everything lighter. So first I'm gonna flatten my image. So you go right here, press flatten. It's gonna flatten your image. You're gonna duplicate again, and I'm just gonna make the brush bigger, and I'm just gonna go over her eyes right here just to make them just a little bit brighter, because nope, that looks awful. Let's try again. And that looks better. I'm gonna flatten the image again, duplicate, and I'm just gonna dodge her eyes only. Okay, there you go. Dodge her eyes. And just to make them pop a little bit. She has like rainbow eyes. So cool. That doesn't look good. That doesn't look good at all. Okay, let's try again. Oh, funny. Okay. So I'm just gonna go over it. Just once. There you go. Still looks weird. Sorry, I was going back and forth with before and after. I think this one's brighter. I need to brighten this up a little bit. Let me see. That looks better. Okay. Okay. Let me see. I think I want to take out some of the shadows. Whoa, not that much. My goodness. Maybe like number like 2%. I think that's it. It doesn't need any more. Yeah, that looks good. That looks better. I'm gonna have to do a selective color again because I feel like I don't know, something's like way too blue. Let me see. Selective color. Okay. I don't know what's going on, but it's like everything's so blue right now. I don't know. I need to back up. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing, but the truck is so green, everything is so green. Let me go back to the green. Everything is so green. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Okay, that's better. Okay, there he goes. I feel better about this. Okay, so as far as like the color goes, I think I don't think I am done. I'm done with the coloring. So this is the before, this is the raw image, and this is the after. Before, after. So I'm just gonna flatten the image. And now I'm gonna go into the skin. So what I do is I do frequency separation. If you guys want a video on how to do it step by step, please let me know and I will do it. But the frequency separation is it basically you're working on two different layers, one for the color and one for the skin texture. So I already have the action here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna press play. And here it is. So as you can see, there's a layer called skin and there's a layer called texture. You always want to work on the skin first. So you need to click on the eye to disable the texture. So as you can see now, it's blurry, which is what you want. So you're gonna use your healing brush. I think that's too big. That's okay. And you're gonna press Alt or Option, and you're gonna sample the color that you want. So I'm gonna sample this color right here, and I'm just gonna put it all throughout her face. So sample, click, and then click. So you're gonna press Alt or Option and then click to sample it, and then click on a piece of skin you want to cover up, and you're just gonna keep doing that until you're done. Okay, so as you can see now, the skin is smoother. Let me see if I can show you the before. This is the before and this is the after. Like the color is more consistent, and I don't know, it looks better to me. Okay, so sorry, I didn't. To get back, obviously, when you're done, you click the eye to get everything back to normal. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work on the texture. So you just click on the texture layer. You don't need to unclick anything. And this time you're gonna use your clone stamp tool. And you're gonna do the same thing. You're just gonna sample the texture that you would like throughout the face and just kind of cover it up with the one that you want. So she doesn't really need like much, as you can tell. Like all you see is like her pores and stuff. Like she doesn't have like pimples or anything like that. She has pretty good skin. But usually if someone has a pimple or anything of that sort, I remove it like that. But she has really awesome skin. So I do want to get rid of this piece of hair right here. That had to be the hardest thing to do. So let me try it again, because I tried it like a few times and I'm like, this is so hard. And every time I do it, I'm like, I did it. But now I'm like, I don't know if I can do it again. It's one of those things, like sometimes I edit things and I'm like, how did I do that? And I'm thinking, I could never redo this in a million years. Sometimes I stumble upon things and I'm like, oh wow, that looks really good. I could never recreate this. And that's how I feel about like this image. Even though I've done this hair thing twice already, this is like my third time editing this image. Well, like fourth time editing this image. So I think it's just sometimes it gets a little complicated with it's just like such. I'm gonna leave this piece of hair though, like it doesn't bother me. It's the one on her nose that's like the worst. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my skin layer. I'm gonna disable my texture and I'm just gonna go back and see if I could just cover that up because I can see the separation line where the hair was and it's gonna bother me a lot. So I'm just gonna go in and do that. Let me see. That looks okay. Let me zoom out real quick. That looks good. Can't even tell. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do the same for up here. Oh, I'm on a skin layer. See, sometimes that happens. Like you get on the wrong layer and it doesn't do anything. So I'm just gonna click back on texture, and I'm gonna. There you go. I think that's where I stop. As far as like the hair goes, I'll deal with it soon. Not soon, but later. I think everything else looks good. I don't think she needs any more editing. Right? Yeah. You don't want to make it too perfect because no one is too perfect like that. Like, you just want to. Okay. Alright, I'm just going in right now. Let me just calm down. Because the thing is, it's like once I start, like I can't. Once I start, I can stop. And then next thing you know, it's been 5 hours and I'm still editing. Okay. So that looks good to me. That looks good. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to flatten the image and duplicate a layer because I need to still work on that one hair. I'm gonna do it really close and I'm gonna use my clone stamp tool. I'm gonna select the area I need and just go over it. And that looks good to me. Okay, so this is the tricky part right here. So I think I'm gonna sample like an eyelash and just put it here. Just like that. I'm gonna make the brush a little smaller and I'm just gonna go in right here and oops, messed up, go back. Okay, so I just need to fix this. Goodness gracious, I need to make that eye straight because I messed it up. Okay, okay, that looks good. Just get some blues right here. That looks okay. Let me zoom out and see what it looks like. Looks a little not straight to me. So I'm just gonna go back in and straighten it out. Let's see. That looks, whoopsie doopsie. That's not what I meant to do. It's so funny, and I feel like I'm talking to myself, talking to my computer. And whoa, okay, that looks much better. This is the before, this is the after. Before, after. Okay, so that looks good. I'm just gonna find my image again. And also what I'm going to do now is I'm gonna bring out her eyes some more. So what you want to do is you want to go to image adjustments and you're gonna go to curve. You're gonna go all the way to the bottom here and you're gonna bring it all the way down and press OK. That looks great. I'm just kidding. So you're gonna go here to the add layer mask and you're gonna click on it. After that, you're gonna press Command I and it's gonna go back to normal. So this should be black. This square right here should be black and your brush should be white right here. Okay, so I'm just gonna zoom in and I'm gonna use my brush tool and I'm gonna make it smaller, maybe smaller, like this. And I'm just gonna draw on her eyebrows. Just gonna add some strokes. Same thing with her eye. I'm just gonna draw it. I'm gonna make it a little smaller and draw at the bottom. Same thing here, draw at the bottom, draw at the top. Whoops, that was too much. Okay. And what you want to do now is you want to lower the opacity. So lower it to like, that looks good, 18%, 20%. I never do too much because then, yeah, 18% looks good to me. 17%, I mean. That's good. I like it. Sometimes with this, I will make the lips darker, the same method, the cheeks darker, the same method, but she didn't have blush on, so I have really nothing to work on. I mean, to work with. I mean, I could add blush, but I tried to add blush to the last image, it didn't work. So I'll do it to like the next image. Maybe like the next girl will have some blush on and I'll add it. Also, sometimes what I do is that I'll add highlights places, but her face is like really, it's highlighted enough. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just dodge a little bit more, but I'm just gonna dodge like the stars just to bring them out a little bit more. There you go. And then maybe the head wrap, the head chain. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk. The head chain. Oh, okay. Just to make it pop a little bit. You don't need to. This is just extra. You don't need to do that. I mean, even sometimes you can dodge the hair also just to make it like brighter and stuff, but I don't usually do that unless it's really needed. Usually like I don't need to do that. But I think this is it, guys. Like this is pretty much what it is. Like, and this is how I edit. This is the before and this is the after. I'm just gonna get a little closer for you guys so you guys can see. This is the before and this is the after. This is the before and this is the after. And that's pretty much it. I just want to thank everyone for watching. I hope you guys liked the video. Please leave me comments, or if you guys have any questions, if you guys want me to do the frequency separation video on how to do it, let me know and I'll definitely do one for you. All right. Thank you guys again. Bye.